guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy, simple video about contouring. Contouring can really help shape your face and bring your whole look together and make your cheeks so much more defined and beautiful. Even though we are all naturally beautiful, we all kind of want something to just lift it up and make our face look more alive and more shaped. When you're putting foundation on your face, it's making your whole face one colour, so using contouring and highlighting and stuff can completely change that. If you guys want to see a highlighting video, I'd be more than happy to do that. Just give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you want to as well. I'll leave links below to where you can get these brushes. So the two Sigma brushes that I really love for contour is the Small Contour F05 brush. This one gives you a really precise contour, which is quite surprising considering how flexible it is. I really use this when I really want to contour my cheeks, when I really want a precise line. This is what I go to use. This one does apply the product on your face, gives you that really precise line, but it also does a really good job at blending out the product, making sure that it doesn't look like you've just put like a stripe of bronzer on your face. For the Real Techniques brushes, I really love the buffing brush, although I know a lot of people use this as foundation or maybe a blush brush or whatever. I find this is actually really nice for contouring, especially with cream contouring product. This really picks up the cream product really easily, and it blends it out and it applies it so smoothly and so seamlessly. I really like this brush. I don't think I'd recommend it over the other few that I'm going to mention, but I think if you're really looking for that really soft contour look, then try out this brush if you aren't able to get Sigma. The next one is the actual contour brush. You can see that this one is a lot more tapered, it's a lot more skinnier, however it still is very flexible. This one just is very dense. It's still flexible, but at the same time it's still firm. But you can get a really precise contour with this brush. Not as precise as the normal F05 brush, the bigger one. This one is very tapered, which means it's really going to give you a straight line when you apply the product onto your face. But again, it does also blend out the product. The next brush I'm going to mention is the e.l.f. Small Stipple brush. Now they do have a larger one, which is this one. So this is the large stipple brush, and this is the smaller one. You can tell it is very teeny tiny. Just a stipple brush, but in miniature size. I use this brush mainly for cream contouring. I find that the duo fiber really helps to blend out the product seamlessly into your skin, and I'm only talking about just cream product here. I have not used a powder with this brush, but I find that this brush is amazing for cream contouring. It does the work completely for you. You apply the product to your face, you just stipple it on, and then all you have to do is go like this, up and down, and it blends the product out seamlessly for you. It definitely gives you a really soft natural look. I think that comes into play with the cream product as well. But it is a really great brush if you're looking for something that you want that's easy and simple and cheap. For cream contouring, if you're just starting out, I definitely recommend this brush. I only just started cream contouring a couple weeks ago, and I would be nothing without this brush. These are the products that you're going to use to bronze your face or contour your face, either or. But you can actually get powders that are specifically for contouring, but I mean, just go to the shops and get a bronzer. It'll work exactly the same. My favorite one at the moment is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This is in the shade light to medium, and this is a really gorgeous bronzer. When you look at it, it does have a little bit of iridescence to it, but when you actually apply it to the skin, it doesn't really show up. It's a really gorgeous color. It's kind of just like a taupey sort of brown, so it's not going to be too orange, it's not going to be too dark. It's my favorite bronzer if I just want something quick and easy and natural, nothing too insane. This also gives us really nice contour as well. It's sort of the color that is universal for everyone. Maybe people with darker skin tones will not be able to use this. I think this might just look a bit muddy on their skin, but if you're really fair, I definitely recommend this one. And you can buy this at Priceline as well. The next bronzer is the Bourjois, I don't know what this is called, it's the chocolate one. I got this off of ASOS.com. I will leave the link below. I believe they changed the packaging of this. I'm not too sure. But it's their chocolate one, and it used to look like a chocolate bar in there, but it doesn't anymore. This is a really, really great bronzer if you're someone who you really want precise contour. This one is definitely more of a deep brown. It's kind of the same shade as the, definitely a lot darker. This one is matte, it doesn't have any shimmer to it, and it smells like chocolate, so that's a bonus. The next bronzer is actually one that I have not used. I don't know why I bought it, but it's the Bourjois Maxi Delight Bronzer. This is for fair to medium skin, and it's a very large bronzer. So as you can see, I have not touched it at all. The reason why is because this has a lot of shimmer in it. I really don't recommend using a product that has bits of glitter, a little sheen to it for contouring. Contouring is to create shadows in your face. If you have a product that has glitter in it, it's not going to create a shadow, it's going to reflect the light, and it just completely defeats the purpose of contouring. This bronzer has quite a lot of shimmer in it, so I have honestly never used it on my face. I don't know why I bought it. I mean, I might use it as a bronzer one day. This one's quite orange toned. It's very natural looking on the skin. I mean, it does look really, really gorgeous. It glides on smoothly, but again, it's too shimmery for my liking. I may use it one day, but not anytime soon. For cream contouring, this is the only cream contouring product that I have, and it's by e.l.f. It's the contouring blush and bronzing cream. You may have seen that they have the powder version of this. So you get a blush, cream blush, and a cream bronzer. This is the bronzer that I've been using with that e.l.f. brush to do cream contouring. I absolutely love this product. I think it works amazingly. I think it's the perfect color. I mean, for a few skin tones it might be a little bit too dark, as you can see right there. It is really, really pigmented, but you just need to use a light hand. The tiniest little bit goes a really, really long way. So when it comes to bronzers, you don't want to use a product that's going to be extremely orange, that's going to maybe be extremely ashy depending on your skin tone. If you're a darker skin tone and you look at a bronzer and it just looks like it has that bit of grey undertone to it, it's just going to look muddy on your skin. It's not going to look appealing or nice whatsoever. For lighter skin tones, I definitely recommend finding a bronzer that is a lot more of a natural color. If you're using something that's really, really orange, really, really dark, it's just not going to go well unless you're looking for a really, really strong contour. One tip that I kind of learnt myself, before I do any of my contouring, I actually bronze up my face first. I find that this really, really helps with blending out the contour a lot easier and making it seem a lot more natural. The brush that I use for that, Real Techniques powder brush. So I'm just going to demonstrate with the Bourjois, the chocolate one. Grab a little bit on my brush, and what I do with this first is apply it down my neck, and you'll see why I do this in a second. I also apply it underneath. I go as well along the jawline. This is going to really create that depth right here, and because my face is fairly round, I really want the jawline to be a lot more structured, and also going around the perimeters of the face. This makes your skin look kind of naturally sun-kissed. It doesn't make you look like, you know, you just have foundation and then some bronzer under here and then some contour on your cheeks. It really, really helps to blend out. I also like to apply a tiny little bit of this just on my cheeks. Not too much. I mean, you don't want to look like you have straight up bronzer on your cheeks. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using Sigma Small Contour F05. What I'm going to do is just take a little bit of that on my brush, make sure I tap off the excess, because it is a lot easier to build up product than it is to take it off. There's a few ways you can find where you should contour your face. You can either do the fishy face, and you can see that those lines right there is where I should be contouring. You can either just pull your lips to the side, and you can see that that hollow bit right there is where I need to contour. When contouring, you don't want to go anywhere pretty much past the end of your eye. A good rule of thumb for this is to grab your index finger, take the middle knuckle on it, start from the very, very top of your ear where it begins right on your face, and pull your finger down. This is how far you want to contour. But as a rule of thumb, you know, if you might have really, really short fingers or something, you don't want to go anywhere past the end of your eye, really. When you suck in your cheeks, when you notice you suck in your cheeks, you don't have a hollow bit right here. It's where your cheekbones are. You can feel them too, like where you can feel right here where your cheekbones are, and then that sort of little indent in there, and then the rest of your jaw down the bottom. So I'm going to be taking my product and going from the very, very back of my cheek and just going back and forth. Now you can apply as much, as little as you want. And same on the other side. You want to start from where your hairline is. Pretty much start in your hairline from the top part of your ear and just go forward. Now to blend that out, I'm going to be taking a little bit more on my brush, tapping off the excess, and what I like to do is just use circular motions, just back and forth on either side of where I applied the contour. This is just going to help blend it out a little bit more. If you feel like you've lost a bit more contour, just apply a tiny bit more. But most contour brushes, if they're fluffy like this one, they will do most of the work for you. I also like to contour my temples, making sure that because you've already applied, if you have applied bronzer all around the perimeters of your face, you want to make sure that that's all blended into your hairline. I also like to contour the sides of my nose using the same brush. You can use a small eyeshadow brush like this one. This would be really, really great for contouring the sides of your nose, but I prefer the larger fluffy one. It's up to you. And just going from, I'm not going from the inner corner of my eye, I'm pretty much starting where the bridge of my nose is, just here, the highest point of my nose, going from there and to the side and straight down the bottom. Contouring your nose is kind of a lot easier when you're using a cream product because you can get it a bit more precise than you would with just a fluffy brush. A fluffy brush kind of just applies it everywhere and blends it out, whereas cream contouring, when I use the e.l.f. small stipple brush, it really gives me a precise contour and lets me put it where I want. So, we have a lovely contour. It might look really, really dark on camera because I'm using a really, really dark bronzer, but I have already done my makeup today. I'm just showing you for this video. So you can see that I have the contour right here on the sides. Now you can see how much more shape my face has with the contour. You can see that it's not as round, it's not flat, you know, it has a lot more dimension to it. It looks like my cheeks are naturally sucked in constantly 24/7. I think that if you're someone who, you know, you kind of feel like your face is round or you really want to just bring out your cheekbones, a lot of women are really, really lucky and they have that natural sort of contour. I know a lot of dark skinned people actually have that natural sort of line in their contour line, or they're really, really lucky and they have really prominent cheekbones and then cheeks naturally are sucked in. So you can see that it just gives so much more dimension to the face. It makes it look less flat. It brings out my cheeks. It makes them look less round. I think that contouring is great. If you're just starting out, just first try with a really, really light bronzer. You know, you don't want to go something like this that's going to be really, really dark or really, really pigmented. You're going to apply it to your face and go, oh my god, contouring is not for me. If you live in Australia and you go to Priceline, I definitely recommend trying the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I really, really like this shade. I think it is such a universal shade for girls with lighter skin tones. If you are a darker skin tone, then I definitely recommend the Bourjois one. I think they're both great, you know, they're both inexpensive. The Bourjois is kind of a little bit expensive. I believe it retails for about $25. And I think that the Physicians Formula one is about the same. But Priceline usually has really, really good deals. And most Pricelines, I think, do carry this bronzer. However, I think it is in a different, like plastic packaging, but if I can find it on Priceline, I will leave the link below. So that's it for my video, guys. I hope it was really, really helpful for you. I hope you've learnt some tips and tricks on how to contour. If you do give it a try, please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, or let me know in the comments below if this video helped you at all. Please thumbs it up. Also thumbs it up, or leave me a comment if you want to see a highlighting video. And don't forget to share this video, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to check the description box below for any links that I might have, as well as all my social media sites. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.